Alright, we've been talking about space grunts on this channel for quite some time now. I think it's time to talk about a new game. So we're gonna talk about that new game I showed last week, and I think you might like it. Hot. Alright, so this new game I'm working on, I showed a little bit last week. I didn't have a name back then, but I do have one now. And for those who have been watching me on other social media and on the website Orange Pixel, the name is already there. I'll mention it in a bit. First of all, setting the goals for this game. Two goals, basically. First goal is a smaller scope and arcade style game, like the good old days. Very easy to get into. I guess these days you can compare it to hyper casual games. Everybody can get into these type of games. It's pretty simple to understand, and the more you play, the better you get at it. And your main goal is reaching that end and reaching a good high score. So that's really what I want to create, with the main idea to see if I can still create small games, because all my games have been growing bigger and bigger. And even Space Grunts 2 was originally planned to be a fairly small game. But there's so much content in there, I don't think you can call it a small game at this point, because there's a lot of stuff going on and a lot of stuff there, and it grew more than I wanted. But time-wise, I didn't spend too much time on it, so that scope was correct. But it grew to a bigger game. So this game is gonna be a bit smaller. The price will also reflect that. It's gonna be a little cheaper than other games. It's gonna be a quick, simple arcade style game. Right, so design wise, the challenge is pretty simple. Take a very simple game design, like this one is based on the good old classic Snake, and see if you can actually turn that into something more. With all this experience I have right now, can I add more to this type of game? And can I add layers of it and different game modes and things like that, and enhance the gameplay while still staying true to the original idea of a Snake game? So those are two plans and challenges I have for myself set on this game, and it's gonna be interesting. Affirmative. Right, so let's talk about the actual gameplay. Like I just mentioned, this game is based on Snake. For those that don't know what Snake is, Snake, you are a snake, and when you eat an apple, I think it was in the original one, when you eat an apple, your snake grows a body part. Your snake grows, and the bigger you get, the more screen filling you are, and if you run into yourself, you die. If you run into a wall, you die. So you try to survive as long as possible and eat as many apples as possible, and that's the whole game idea. I did a little twist on that. You're not a snake in this game, you're an army, and so every body part of the snake is now a unit in your army. There are different units, 3 different types of soldiers right now. There's a tank, there's a jeep, there's a very mech-like robotic dude. And the higher your unit type, the more strength and power you have when you're shooting. Because in this game, when you're approaching an alien, you'll be shooting. This happens all automatically, but you'll be shooting an alien. His energy bar will lower down, and your energy bar will also lower down. And let me just show you a bit of the gameplay.
Affirmative. Research complete. On my way.
Okay, so that's the gameplay. I hope that makes it a lot clearer than what I was trying to explain, because I was moving in all directions. Right now there are 6 different game modes. So the base is still the same on every level, but the goal of what you have to do in those levels, in those modes, is different. So I'm still trying to add a few different modes, but we now have a bomb squad mode. Pretty much bombs are dropping in the level and you have to take them out before the time runs out. There's a defense mode, and in this mode there are different energy devices on the screen, and they're being attacked by the aliens. Make sure to take out those aliens before they take out the energy devices. So there are multiple stages you travel through. You start at the bottom, and I think we're going for 5 stages right now. At the end there will be some sort of end boss stage, which is pretty much a different game mode. I still have to figure out a little bit, because of course it has to function within the game mechanics. So you're still an army, like moving like a snake. You have to take out the boss in some way, and I'll figure it out before the game is done. Right, so everybody that learns programming at some point might learn how to create a Snake game. It's not very difficult, so the core of this game was done pretty fast. It's just everything that I'm building around it is taking time, and that's kind of the idea behind this game. And that's why I'm trying to create this game, to see if I can build something simple into something more interesting and bigger and better and a lot of fun. And that fun part is already up and running, because I already have a version that's it's playable. It's not done, it's far from done, but it's playable and it's actually a lot of fun. And even when I die, I just want to try again. So a single stage takes about 1, maybe 2 minutes if you survive. So I guess that if you're good enough and you complete all the 5 stages, I think you're done within 30 minutes. Possibly. So there will be some extra layers that actually keep people playing after that, because it's not going to be that easy. If you know my type of games, there's gonna be some challenges and there's gonna be some unlockables and extra layers of gameplay and things to achieve and try and attempt. And that's what I'm working on right now, adding these layers, adding this extra content, these extra twists and turns to a very simple gameplay at its core. And talking about core, I don't think I have mentioned the title of the game just yet, so let me just throw it on the screen, like up here. Snake Core. I thought it was brilliant. Well, maybe not. Let's face it, the game is Snake at its core. It's also a great title for a special unit, the Snake Core. And it's a title that can actually work and I can use for a different type of games involving some sort of army. So think about strategy type games, or maybe even try the classic Centipede game and twist it into a Snake Core game. This is a good idea. I should be writing this down right now. Here's some extra gameplay. I'm gonna write it down.
You got it. Reloading! Reloading victory! Assistance! Yes, sir. You got it. Yes, sir. I need backup. On my way. Affirmative victory! You got it. Danger. You got it. On my way. Game over.
Alright, that's it for this week's video. I just wanted to introduce the new game I'm working on. There will be a alpha version of this game available on PC pretty soon for Patreons. So if you want to have access to the game and support me with my videos, my games and everything, then check out the Patreon page. And there will be a release pretty soon, because as I mentioned in the first video of the year, my schedule is very tight. I want to release a first game in end of February, maybe the first week of March. And that's what this game is gonna be. So there's a lot of work still left to be done. But I think I'm on schedule. I think I'm gonna make it. And we'll talk about it on Discord as well. If you want to chat about this game, leave a comment below or drop in on Discord. And you know where to find me. Let's just talk about games, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Oh, still hot.